Hey everybody, Ian Maddox, HMFP, Financial Planning Simplified video series. Super awesome to connect with you guys today. It's a beautiful day. We actually probably ought to be shooting this outdoors. Not a cloud in the sky, Trussville, Alabama. I know we have viewers in various states and regions, but we are absolutely moving into the fall season and we're about to come up on Halloween. So I hope that you and your family will have awesome celebrations, getting together, having fun. I know Halloween is a fun time for everybody or most people, certainly for kids. So anyways, let me jump into a subject, and I want to talk, I don't want to call this a series necessarily, but I want to talk about kind of some new investing concepts over the next couple of weeks. And today I want to talk about something called ESG investing. And ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. And you may say, well, I don't understand. How does that have to do, what does that have to do with investing? So let me start with a disclosure. First of all, self-advocacy is super, super important. In fact, it's probably more important now than it has ever been because we have so many voices talking to us and telling us what we should do, and I guess I'm kind of doing that now too. But I'm telling you to self-advocate. So anytime you think about financial planning, investment decisions, taxation, anything that impacts you financially, making a big investment, making a big financial decision, find a group of people, a financial advisor, an attorney, a tax planner, whatever, whoever that person is or those groups of people, consult with them, get information before you pull the trigger. ESG is, again, the idea of a theme that is a measurement for success against corporations, okay? So we think about the S&P 500 largest publicly traded corporations in the US. This idea of ESG is being pushed down on many of them, and they're being scored. They're being scored on their environmental impact. They're being scored on their social impact, like what are your social policies? What is your stance on social, whatever things that are current in society? They're being scored on their corporate governance. They're being scored on their adaptation to government policy. So there's this, and really I want to put that into this realm of current social agenda, current social impact. I am not going to today, while I have opinions, I'm going to be very careful to not taint this video because I want this to be primarily educational. But I want you to understand something. Let's put these things into very simplistic buckets. Capitalism, right, is the idea of freedom of exchange, right? I have a product, I have a service, I sell it, you want it, there's an exchange of money for goods or services, okay? And we're free to do that. That's that idea. Great system, has been a great system, one of the best systems that's ever been created by man. But you also have examples where that can go amok. And we need regulation. So the government steps in and we have these different policies that make sure that we're doing things right, right? We know that not everybody does things right. So let's fast forward this to this idea of investment. Whether you're buying a mutual fund or you're buying an individual stock or whatever it is, when you start to insert more and more scorecards, check boxes that these companies have to hit, this is a very simple concept, Economics 101. The more things a corporation has to address for, the more costly it becomes, and it's just, again, Economics 101, you're going to start to hit profitability. I am not telling you, I'm not saying that the idea of being scored on our environmental impact, we have examples, we know of them, energy companies that have done terrible things to the environment, we know that, okay? But the pendulum swings, and sometimes it can swing too far. And so I just want you to be aware that sometimes the idea of something being good actually has a negative ramification on what you're truly trying to accomplish with your financial plan. So if you're buying an investment for the idea of return, I'm not saying just turn a blind eye and who cares how we impact the environment or people or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying that there are corporations right now, I believe this. This is my conviction. You go and self-advocate, like I said. There are corporations that are swinging too far, and they're letting this stuff impact them to a degree that I believe and I am convinced will impact their profitability. Again, if your point in capitalism is to invest for return, to gain a profit, right? Just like the corporation's job is, that's their priority number one. Those ESG policies, those ESG impacts, those scorecards are going to impact profitability. They already are. And so it's just something for you to be aware of, to take into consideration whenever you're making investment decisions. If we can ever be of help, reach out. Until next time, Ian Maddox, HMFP.